Ali is in Lewisham. Ali, good evening. I believe you've got a problem over a plane flight.
Good evening, Daniel. I'll keep it short and succinct if I can. So I'm calling on behalf of my cousin, who basically booked a 3 or 4 day stay at a well-known resort in Paris, Mickey Mouse, at one of the resort hotels, probably cost them about £2,000. And they were supposed to travel a few days ago. So when he went to the airport in the morning, 7 a.m. flight, went to the airport, went to the check-in desk, and they basically said one of these children needed to have a COVID test. And so they said, okay, look, you can do a lateral flow test, go to the side and just have a quick test done, which he did do. So he did the lateral flow test at the airport, came back negative, so all good. So they sat around for another half an hour, went to board the plane. So they only had hand luggage, so they didn't need to check anything. Went to board the plane. And then when they went to board, they turned around and said, well, we're not going to let your child on because they've only had a lateral flow test and we need them to have a PCR test. And he turned around and said, well, hang on, I'm just talking to your front desk. And they said, get a lateral flow test, which he's done, and it's come back negative, so can we board the plane? And they absolutely refused to let him onto the plane. As a result of that, he missed his flight.
Why had they not taken a PCR test a couple of days before?
They were silly, so they made a mistake. And they made a mistake. He thought basically his child was 12, and he thought basically 12 and under. I know, complete buffoon, he messed up, but end of the story. Long story short, basically, he should have had the test done. He did a test for himself.
So let me just understand. Let me just understand the question, Ali. What you're saying is that although your cousin messed up by not getting the PCR test done 2 days before the flight, which is what you're legally obliged to do, because the child passed the lateral flow test at check-in, he should have been allowed on the plane anyway. Is that what you're saying?
Hi, are you there? You're just breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is that what you're saying? That because I'm so sorry. Did you say it was a boy, the child?
It's his daughter. His 12-year-old daughter.
Because she passed the lateral flow test at check-in, the airline should have ignored the rule about a PCR 2 days before and let her on the flight.
Yeah, but on the website, he checked on the website of the airlines, and it did say that basically they just need a lateral flow test. And we've checked the website as well. It's a small Spanish airline. I've gone on their website because he called us up from the airport all panicky. So I went on the website, had a check, and literally on the airline's website, terms and conditions, it says adults need a PCR test. Children under 12 obviously don't need anything, but 12-year-old children can have a lateral flow test. It says that on their website. We've taken a screenshot.
Well, that's interesting. Because of course the legal, the underlying legal position, Ali, is that it's meant to be a PCR test. Pretty much everyone knows that. So the fact that their terms and conditions say a lateral flow test suggests that maybe that's the position under Spanish law. Because it's a Spanish airline, you said. It's not the position under English law. I'm assuming they were flying out of England, not Scotland or Wales.
They were flying out of Heathrow or Gatwick.
It's not the position under English law. And it sounds like the terms and conditions on their website are wrong, which might actually, Ali, be enough to give your cousin the beginnings of a claim because he's complied with the airline's rules. And the airline denied him boarding.
And he's spoken to the airline, and the airlines have said, "Yep, completely apologies. We should have let you on. What we'll do is we'll give you some, some vouchers to take some more flights with us." But he's sitting there going, "Well, hang on. Thank you very much for that, but I've obviously lost out on the hotel accommodation at the resort, which was super expensive." Yep. And what he wants to know is, can he go to because he's got travel insurance. If he went to
it won't be covered by travel insurance. But did he book this as a package holiday?
He did, yes. And I've already asked him your golden rule. Did you book it by credit card? And he said, no, he's done it by debit card.
Well, the fact it's a package holiday means it's going to be protected by ABTA. And in turn, that means that the fact he was denied boarding means that the the tour operator is going to be liable for the full amount, including the cost of accommodation. The airline won't be, bizarrely, because airlines' liability is limited under various international laws, and there are fixed amounts for denied boarding. It's a few €100, but not consequential losses like the cost of hotels. But because it's a package holiday, and it's fantastic your cousin booked it as a package holiday because you get much, much stronger rights, although you do pay a little more. the package holiday company is going to be responsible here. He'll be able to get all the money back from the package holiday company.
Super. So on Monday, I'll get him to call the package holiday company and just explain the situation, and then we'll take it forward from there.
Good. Ali, thank you for the call. That was a really interesting question. And as many of you who listen to this show will know, whenever you're booking a holiday, package holidays do cost more. I've often faced the situation where I've thought, now, do I want to pay, let's make up some figures, do I want to pay £1,500 for a package holiday, or do I want to pay £1,200 by booking the flights and the accommodation separately? And I usually go for the separate one because, it's £300. But you do get better rights if you've booked it as a package holiday, because the tour operator is liable for anything that goes wrong and they have to pay full levels of compensation. It's not limited in the way that airlines' liability is very, very heavily limited. It's not limited to just the cost of the flight. It's not limited to just the cost of a night's accommodation, say. It's the whole package that's in there. So do think very seriously about booking package holidays if you can, even though you will pay a little bit more, because it gives you much stronger rights.